Hi, it's Lisa Honnold here from the Center for Online Safety. Today, I've got a heavier topic, one that's current right now, very relevant for parents, caregivers, guardians, anyone working with kids. We need to talk about sextortion. Sextortion is when someone threatens to share your explicit video or photo if you don't give them what they want, which right now is usually money, lots of money. Who is the victim of this? It's typically 14 to 17-year-old boys, 14 to 17-year-old boys who are up late at night scrolling their phone. And this is what happens. A stranger DMs them, a stranger direct messages them on Instagram or another platform, and their profile picture looks amazing. It looks like a hot teenage girl or someone slightly older who wants to talk to them, reaching out to them because they're cute. They start flattering them, they start flirting, they start having a conversation if the child engages, if the teen engages. So they talk about what they have in common, they chat for a while, then the girl sends an explicit photo of herself or a video of herself. And it's very exciting to the boy. Eventually, she asks him to send one back. And many times he turns on his camera and takes a picture or a video of himself doing explicit things. And as soon as the bad guy, the girl, has this video or photo, she shuts down the conversation and says, if you don't want me to share this with all of your Instagram account, with all of the people that follow you, then you're going to pay me money. You're going to pay me a lot of money. And the boy freaks out. The boy doesn't know what to do. He's immediately embarrassed and humiliated and thinks, I knew better. I knew not to do this, and I got caught up in it, and I'm so embarrassed. And the bad guy preys on these fears, these horrible feelings that the boy is already having. Many times the teenager tries to handle it on their own. They drain their own college account, they drain their own bank account, trying to get enough money together to get the bad guy off their back, so they go away and this disappears. The problem is many times, even if they pay the bad guy wants more money. So there was a case recently, a 17-year-old named Ryan Last, who was a Boy Scout and an A student, got caught up in sextortion. He got lured into sending an explicit photo of himself, and then he got extorted. They threatened to send his photo to all of his friends and family, right? If he didn't pay them $5,000. $5,000. He freaked out. He ended up negotiating with them and paid them a lot less, paid them $150, at which point they received the money and said, no, you're going to pay us more now. And he did not see a way out of that situation. He didn't see a way that he could get through that without so much trauma and blame and shame that he ended up taking his life within hours of being sextorted. He didn't realize that he was the victim. He was a victim in this, and this is a crime. This is something that the FBI will become involved with. They are tracking down the bad guys who are doing this. There are international rings of bad guys who are preying on our 14 to 17-year-old boys, particularly right now. Parents, what can you do to prevent this? What can you do? First thing is get the phones out of the bedroom at night. Kids don't need phones in the bedroom after 9 at night. Only bad things happen after 9 or 10. Get the phones out of the bedroom. Every night, get the phones out of the bedroom. Tell a story of sextortion. Tell Ryan Last's story. Make sure you talk about the choices that he had and that he just felt like he didn't have any other options. And make sure that your child knows you are a safe and trusted adult. You're not going to freak out. You're not going to start lecturing in that moment. When they tell you something has happened to them, you're going to help them fix it. You're going to sit with their embarrassment and give them empathy and help them through the situation. You have adult judgment, you have adult experience, and you can navigate your way through it. You can call us at the Center for Online Safety. Definitely call the FBI. They will help you get through this. The main thing is to make sure your child knows there's nothing they could do. There's no mistake they could ever make that would make them completely alone in this. You are there always, 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 and you love them. That's the message. And if this has happened already in your family, you tell a story like Ryan's story, and your child says, yeah, I couldn't tell you, but that also happened to me, and I'm so embarrassed. And this is a door opening story. So many times, that's all it takes is you tell the story with empathy, and your team says, yeah, that happened to one of my friends, or oh, that happened to me, and I just couldn't tell you. I was too embarrassed. Every time I tell a story like this at a PTA, at a school, someone comes up in the next week and says, I didn't know it, and that happened in my family, and we're taking care of it now because I told that story. If it has happened, report it to the FBI immediately. They will put you in touch with all of the steps that you need to take. They will get resources to your team. Don't delete anything until you talk to the FBI. They need the evidence. They need the trail. They need to have everything they can get to catch these bad guys. Let your child know that they are the victim. They're the victim in this. And this was a crime. This is something that was done to them, and they are the victim. And lastly, just continue to check in with them, offer empathy and encouragement, and let them know that you will help them get through this. If you'd like more information, we have a one-page downloadable that will help you prevent sextortion. And if you're dealing with it, it'll help walk you through what to do about it and how to contact the FBI. Just click the button below and you'll get that resource.